Hello YouTube, welcome back to Yassi Lap Guides. My name is Foch, and today we are taking the 296 Ferrari around Misano. The Italian track, more famous I guess for the motorcycle racing, but the GT3 cars can be quite a lot of fun here as well. As for the Ferrari, big improvement over the older one, as it is not bothered by doing this. Even on the minimal front ride height, you're not scraping the floor, so the braking is much more consistent. Struggling with the same old, acceleration is lacking, but overall should be a pretty solid car around here without curbs messing you over. You don't need to make that many sacrifices to make this drive pretty damn well here, but the straight line is definitely going to be missing. Misano, very technical circuit, very tricky, especially this up corner coming up. Very easy to get 2 warnings here, so if you ever find yourself running wide and getting a warning, I would still recommend highly to slow down for this hairpin, because it is a combined warning, so you can get 2 for 1. So if you go wide into that fast corner, always lift in the hairpin as well, to at least not get the double warning. That happens quite frequently, and a big thing in this track is to avoid the drive-through. Braking point for turn 1 between 150 meter board, downshifting to second, focusing on a good exit, can run over all these sausage curves. Want to take all of this flat out, and then for this corner we're braking just before the red AstroTurf ends on the left side, clipping the inside curb, slight lift, can increase the TC, can also short shift if the rear is stepping out. And now for this next corner, we're looking for a 100 meter board, and we're braking just before it. Downshift to first, up back to second, and on power as soon as possible. Want to get a really good exit here, can run all the way wide. This is the trickiest corner for the references. There isn't really any good ones, so you gotta brake before the apex, way before the apex. You also want to be slightly turning right when you apply the brakes, so the car rotates in the direction that you want to be turning afterwards. Also, always cut this little kink here, free lap time. And now for this one, the braking point for me is the 10th on the right. When that goes out of my peripheral vision, I brake, and then again before this little white line on the right. This corner is easy flat, gonna run over all the sausages, and for the last corner we are braking just before the curb starts and getting on power right on the apex. Can run wide with this car, there is no problems, which is the biggest upgrade over the 488, so the car is relatively safe and easy to drive here. Alright, so here's what I've cooked up, very similar to what I've ran over on Kota. Quite a lot of positive tow on the rear, full negative on the front. This time we're using map 1, I haven't really played around with the maps that much. Pretty similar setup to Kota, like I said. Slight differences here. It's a little bit too aggressive, maybe. It might struggle with the tire life a little bit. So maybe softening the bumps up rate could be beneficial for the race, or maybe increasing the front roll bar, as it does like to step out on power. Once again, soft rear springs just to get that traction. Same with the dampers, very soft dampers for the traction, and just general feel of the suspension, because otherwise this car is so stiff it's really difficult to get it to turn. And aero-wise, trusty old wing 11. Quite a lot of benefits of the high downforce on the high wing, but we don't have to run as much drag as we would if we wanted to keep the same aero balance with the full wing. So gain quite a lot of straight line speed. It's probably going to be pretty close on lap time between the two, but the straight line speed difference can really be quite massive in the race, so I prefer to run it at 11. Once again, if it's too aggressive, 1 click less rake, maybe a little bit more positive tow, maybe a little bit less bump stop rate on the rear. So yeah, that's the setup. I'll leave you with a hot lap, and I'll see you on the next one.
was my fastest lap.